famous little towns. So what exactly happened there? This is the story where we get the word sodomite.
These two angels go into Sodom, and they sit sort of on the curb in the town square waiting to see if somebody will offer them hospitality. And as it gets later and later in the evening, the people in the village begin to say, we're going to have some entertainment tonight. You know, they didn't have television or the Yankees to watch. And then Lot, about 5 o'clock or near sundown, comes out in this story and offers the hospitality of his home.
Hello, please, stay at my house with me.
And that frustrates all these people. And so they go storming to Lot's home. Every man in the village, it says, including the two sons who are engaged to be married to Lot's two daughters, comes and they beat on the tent of Lot and demand that these visitors be brought out so that they might know them. And then the word know in Hebrew carried sexual connotations, and Adam knew Eve and she conceived is sort of the same word. And Lot refuses because he says, you know, I've given my word.
But when you see what the solution was...
Leave my guests alone. Rape my virgin daughters instead.
The angels discover they've got angelic power at that moment, and so they blind everybody in the crowd. And then the angel says to Lot and his wife and the two daughters,
we're going to destroy the city. You must flee. Flee for your lives.
And so they head out. They're told not to look back, and if they look back, they'll turn into a pillar of salt. Well, Lot's wife supposedly turns back and looks and becomes a pillar of salt. And so she disappears from the drama. So it's Lot and his two daughters. But where do you go? They wanted to go to the next village, but they knew what happened to strangers when they came into a village without protection. So they decided they wouldn't do that. So they went up into mountains and lived in a cave. And the two daughters suddenly awakened to the fact that in the law of the world in which they lived, the only place they could get husbands was from their tribe.
How are we going to have kids if there's no one around? Tonight we'll get Dad drunk and I'll have him. Tomorrow we'll get him drunk again and you can have him.
And they have incestuous relationships with their father. And they both get pregnant. That story is used to condemn homosexuality?
Of all the scriptures that have been used to try to punish gay and lesbian folks, Sodom and Gomorrah is the most misused. The Sodom and Gomorrah story is, by all modern biblical scholars, primarily a story about violations of hospitality.